Good morning, Warriors. Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today is November 8th, 2022. Hope all is well. Keeping on your purpose, keeping on your mission, keeping on this idea of winning the battle every day and keeping on the battle. So, again, thank you for all the comments, likes, donations. It is great. We're getting closer to 800 subscriptions and almost so many different views. I appreciate it so much, and I just feel very blessed that we're making some headway here, getting to the idea that really what the world is telling us when it comes to the blue matrix is wrong. It is all the wrong things, especially when it comes to this idea of retention and being able to just kind of enjoy yourself and having pleasure instead of really realizing what your body is and what your spiritual aspect is, and that how that is connected to your body and your mind and all that. So before we start, I want to give some shout outs here. Tyrone, thank you, my friend, for your comments. I'm going to use a lot of these comments in videos, but I just wanted to kind of shout out to Jihad, Rickett, Skit TV, thank you for that. Giovanni, Fabian, and Eddie Ed. So I appreciate all those great comments, and we're going to continue to use a lot of the stuff that you guys are talking about. Tyrone HVDID said something about controlling urges becomes easier the more you're on it. I'm going to go ahead and focus on that one a little bit. Listen to your intuition. Fabian talks about how you use the energy. I'm going to talk about that. Bob 2, embrace sexual energy. We'll do one on that. I got about 37 of these now. And go forward to paradise. Tyrone, I like that comment. We'll do that. I'm going to focus on one with some good conversation between Gigi Gone Girl 777 and Giovanni, and we'll talk about that a little bit when it comes to marriage and the formality of that and how that affects semen retention. I don't want to do that one yet, but we'll do that one soon. And the third chakra is going to come, Eduardo, tomorrow. I was going to do it today, and I have some. I really did some research on this more than I knew before. So I'm going to kind of focus on this tomorrow, but I wanted to kind of focus on one today. The other one we're going to do is universal is on your side, and you seem to get lucky on semen retention. We'll talk about that one a little bit too. So a lot of great stuff. But I want to kind of focus on something that our good friend Fresh Start talked about, and he sent a couple different ones. Talking about the struggle that this is with retention and the difference between, he says he's enduring, just kind of making it through, passing it through, and kind of focusing on just trying to make it through every day. And the thing is that I know how that feels. Fresh Start, I know how that feels, because I was in that state for many, 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 many years. Just trying to make it through one day, focusing on what you can do that one day. And that is a good way to start this whole process. There's no doubt about that. You want to go ahead and be able to say, okay, let's go ahead and start this and be able to focus on what's important in getting your day finished when it comes to retention and not be able to release an energy. But I think as time has gone on, especially over the period of time when now I'm focusing more on looking at longevity and building habits, and I think we talked about that as HVD and a few of the people have said, it does get easier as you do this longer, especially as you build a habit, because everything is formed in habits, Warriors. It's all formed in habits. Once you begin that habit, you can continue the habit as time goes on. As you build that habit, you're continuing it. And so you're going to build a good habit of retention. And I think we've had lots of people talk about the fact that when you are tempted, do something else. And we're talking about power walks, right? All kinds of other kind of stuff. Those are all very good ideas. I use the breathing technique meshing, putting your finger in one nose, breathing in, and then going to the other nose and breathing out, and those type of things. Those seem to help me within those situations. As we talked about yesterday, guys, the matrix is a lot different than what it appears to be. We're not supposed to be out there, according to the Bible. We're not supposed to be out there chasing women around, doing all these things. Women will come up to you, they will hug you, they will do lots of kind of stuff, because what they really want is the attention, and they want you to focus on it. Now, if you have one woman, married wife, or someone who you will get married to at some point, though that's kind of iffy as well, the thing is that you could focus on that. But again, the reason why that she's attracted to you in many ways is because of your energy level. This is draws them to you. If you didn't have this kind of energy level, 99% of them would not be drawn to you, in my opinion, based on what I experienced, and what I'm experiencing even now, with the amazing amount of attraction at my age, at 61, from these young ladies. And we're talking about, in their 20s. We're not talking about women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, which is also there, but it's not the same type of thing. So it's an amazing type of thing that I never experienced like this before. So I could tell it's a big difference between the way that I'm behaving and acting. But it is a battle to become victorious. And so to my friend Fresh Start, I really want to go out and say, kind of, don't give up, my friend. Enduring is something that you will do, but as time goes on, you're going to move past that stage of enduring and become a victorious fighter. And this is something that happened to me. It took a while to happen to me, and I'm the last person to judge everybody, and that's why I'm very empathetic to all your situations, because I've been through most of them. I've been through those type of situations where the temptation is there, and I guess that's part of the reason why I can kind of talk about this a little bit, because I've seen all this. I've seen these situations. I can empathize with all of you, and knowing that this, a lot of times, we're just trying to make it day by day, because the addiction is so freaking strong. And that evil one is a powerful force. There is no doubt. We're not going to underestimate the evil one. It's a powerful force. I mean, it took control of me several times. So the thing was, I know I've been there. But the bottom line really is that there's a stronger power than the evil force. And you have to kind of get engulfed in that power. You have to kind of be submerged in the power of God, and Lord, in my case, Lord Jesus Christ. You're God. You have to be empowered to be able to say, get away, Satan, flee away, be gone, and get those evil warriors away from you. Because the bottom line is that they're not there for your interest. They're there to exploit you and to get you to do something that's even more deviant. Once you start this path, now you become more deviant. And all of a sudden now, you are accomplishing what the evil one wants you to do. And that bottom line is to leave the Lord, forget about your Creator, and to keep moving on. And to kind of worship the devil, the evil one, even though you may not see it that way. And you may say, oh, I'm not worshiping this devil, and your picture of what that incarnation of the devil looks like. But the devil takes many forms. Spiritual, physical forms. And in my opinion, you see that. We'll go talk about the third eye tomorrow, but the third eye allows you to see that. And as time has gone on, I believe retention can allow you to increase all of these things within your body. And part of that is your crown eye and all those different types of chakras that we talked about before. And those are allowing you able to sense spirits. Now, have I ever seen a spirit? I don't believe so. But I sense them. I sense there's more there than the physical body. And the idea is that you're able to do it. Now, if I'm on this 9-10 years and I get closer to the Lord every day, then I probably will see things, or at least be able to understand things better and better. And I'm doing that right now. I realize the world we're dealing with is not a physical world. And I wouldn't have not realized that, 5-10 years ago. I realize this is really a spiritual world. We just happen to be bodies that are physical running around. And it could be us, it could be someone else 5 years from now. We are all spirits that the energy may transfer to something else. Our bodies will transfer to something else. But the bottom line really is that the spirits are still around. You may end up taking different forms as time goes on, but your spirit's going to still be there. Your spirit's not moving around. And you got to continually win this battle to to worship your God and not worship this evil one. And this is the one that brings you down. And so my understanding, awareness has become so much greater, especially over the last 885, 88 days now, something like that. We are now moving in a direction where I can see what's happening. Now, are you still tempted? Yes. Fresh start, you're still going to always be tempted. These things around you, in fact, the temptation goes up. But as other people have mentioned, you become stronger. And those urges are more controllable. And now you're not leading yourself into the path where you're opening that door up for the evil one. And this, to me, is the key. The key is going to be not be able to, once again, you can't help, I make the analogy with temptation here, you cannot help the birds flying over your head. But you can help from them nesting in your head. And as soon as you see something, as people talked about, take a power walk, no edging. Take a power walk. As soon as you see yourself edging, as soon as you see yourself thinking about this stuff, do something else. Get your mind off of it. Find other things to do. This is why, watching TV and sitting there and doing nothing it's just dangerous. I found that I have to keep busy. Now, there's times that I cannot not have a problem with it. But there's other times, temptations around the door or around there, or you got things going on, you got to find activity. Get your mind active so you become stronger. And I could suggest a lot of different things, Fresh Start. I would say try to get a number of hobbies together. I don't care what the hobby really is. Find something you like. In my case, I go back to the old days. I have model trains that I work on, a HO train set. I have comic books. I have these little electric football men that I collect. And there's a lot of things that I do. I love reading and writing and different types of things. And I love doing, outdoor stuff and working in the yard and all kinds of stuff. What I have done, and seriously, guys, warriors, this is something that's just helped me over time, and I'll pass it on to you, is that I've gotten myself involved in lots of stuff. I've set up goals of things, not only financially, but physically, all these type of things. And so you keep yourself so busy that you literally have very little time to think about sexual thoughts, things like that. And when they appear, because they're going to come. I mean, I've been blessed and cursed with a tremendous, a sexual energy from the Lord. And it's produced 3 wonderful kids and a beautiful wife, and all that is great. But on the downside, you have challenges. I've had a lot of challenges over the years. And now, it's only now, after I started 59, what it was, only after a period of time, now I'm finally able to gain some understanding of this and controlling it better. Not controlling it at mastery yet, because there's a long way to go. But I'm at the point where I understand what I was doing wrong, and I understand what needs to be done as far as I'm concerned, and I pass it on to you guys. And the one thing I can suggest is that if you have things to fall back on, whether it's your work, that you're doing work, and I would just focus on work, because if it's something you don't enjoy doing and you're just doing it to make money, and that's wonderful, but you're not really kind of using your mind, engaging in something you enjoy doing. And because of that, then it's easy to fall back into a pattern of going back to enjoyable things. And let's face it, when you're sitting there and you're excited about something, that's something that's going to be better than what you're doing if you don't enjoy work. And so as a result of that, you're going to fall back into your pattern. And this is something you have to be aware of. Yes, I mean, it is a very exciting type of thing. I mean, obviously, God wouldn't have given you this ability, especially to have kids, if it wasn't a pleasurable activity. And I don't think God wants anybody not to have pleasure, in a certain regard. But the idea is that you do not let it control you to the point where it's dominating your life and running your life. And this is when we talk about the whole idea of self-control and being able to master yourself. You're mastering yourself because of all these urges that you want to kind of push aside. And the way to do that is to continue to become victorious in day-to-day type of things by focusing on the fact that you're going to, day by day, get involved in activities, do things that are going to allow you to keep on your goals and focus away from the temptation. This is the key, my friends. Focusing away from the temptation and focusing on your goals and yourself. Now, obviously, it's going to create more temptation once you start doing this, but the idea that you really want to kind of focus on is the habit of doing this allows you to become stronger. And it becomes something where instead of just enduring every day and trying to just make sure that you're making it through the day, you are taking charge of yourself and saying, no way that this is going to affect me. I'm going to take charge of this, and I'm going to be on top of this. Now, will you win every battle? No, no one ever wins every battle. I don't care if it's Attila the Hun, Julius Caesar, Napoleon, the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy. We don't always win every battle. We have lost many, many battles. But the war is the thing. You do not want to become the capture of the enemy. And if you allow those birds to nest in your head, and you allow that temptation to go without any sort of way to overcome it. And once again, the bottom line to me is activity. Keep active. Do not sit there and just keep dwelling on this temptation, because it's going to eventually lead to behavior, and now you're back down to the road path again. Once again, when you're, and we talked about this with nighttime types of stuff, there are some things you just can't control. And I don't count that in the same realm if, for instance, you release energy at night. And I know we've talked about this several times before. But if you're voluntarily releasing energy and you're not trying to stop that, and you're not trying to do something else, that's when you get into a problem. That's why I say that if you keep active, you stay away from those situations. If you have to, my friend, if you have to have so much activity that you are just falling asleep at night, that is better than having so much energy at night that you sit there and think about things. I mean, that's what also happens to people who can't trouble falling asleep. I don't believe in taking pills, all kinds of stuff like that. I am very much a more holistic person now, and more as time goes on. I don't believe taking any kind of medicine or anything like that, unless you're really kind of, in some sort of state where you got so much pain it's unbearable. But even that would be something I would have to think about. But sleeping pills, all that kind of stuff. I know I read something about 1 every 4 people, women I think it was more than men, end up taking some sort of medication or something, or things like that. And it just bothers me to no end that this world has kind of taught us that we have to be better by taking pills and preventive type of things, when in fact you have the most preventive things in the world. That's your body. And that's your body. And that's something that you have to just continue to work on. And I think maybe because of all the things I've experienced, I've become so strong in my body that I don't really feel sick at all. I haven't been sick in many years now. It's been many years. And it all started with the Fountain of Youth stuff. And now it's just gotten stronger and stronger with retention as time has gone on. All right, my friend. So anyway, fresh start. Let me encourage you. Continue fighting, my friend. Battle on. Keep sending us messages. We'll keep helping you along the way. I know that I got help by many people along the way, day by day. Even when I relapse, thousands of times over the years, you have to really kind of think to yourself, what is the advantage of this? What am I doing this for? And if you just realize all the great advantages that you have by staying, keeping on, and focusing on the benefits of being strong and a superhuman type person with tremendous power to do anything, you're not going to worry about a little pleasure here and there when it comes to young ladies. And young ladies, I think certainly we'll do one on the benefits of retention for young ladies. It's not as much of a problem for young women or women in general, but it is a problem as well. And everything else that it associates with pictures and images as well. But control thyself is the key word. And as time goes on, you'll learn better and better how to control yourself. And so you become a more successful person in all aspects. And we'll focus more on that as time goes on as well. All right, guys. God bless you guys. Once again, fresh start. I did this one for you, my friend. Continue to battle on. Do not give up. You are a true warrior. The fact that you know this information, the fact that God has blessed you to say, okay, I'm going to tell Fresh Start about this, connect this with all of us, tells you that you're in the plans. We cannot lose any battle warriors who just go back to the dark side. We need to keep people on our side. Funny, talking about Star Wars, all dark side. The dark side is really the evil one. And what we're talking about here is staying away from the evil one. And the more you're focusing on things of God, and get in that Bible every day in the morning, not just in church, every day, look at it. It gives you some strength to focus on the rest of the day. All right, God bless you guys. Good luck. I know it's a little longer one today, but I wanted to reach out to our co-viewer here, our friend, Fresh Start. Fresh Start. Keep working, my friend. Keep working on it. God bless you guys. Remember, every day is a new day to a battle warrior. God bless you guys. Take care.